There we go. Okay, so we are live. So last time we added our first feature using test-driven development, and we left things off here with a new test voluntarily left failing to tell us what we need to do next. So this is live, so if I struggle, you will see me struggle, and I probably will. So blueprint can be overridden on make call. Okay, deeply merges overrides on top of blueprint. Okay, so this is what we need to do right now, and this is why tests are useful, is that they don't only validate that things work the way you expect them to, they are also a documentation, right? I know that this function generates an object from a blueprint, returns an object matching the blueprint, and that this returned object is a copy of the original blueprint. Okay, so now blueprint can be overridden on make call. Okay, so what's the API for that? I'm not sure I have enough screen space to get both windows. I guess we can make it work. By the way, is it streaming the right thing? Yes, it is. Good. So I haven't touched the thing in quite a while, so I am a bit lost, but that's fine. So how does it work? Okay, make blueprint, factory. Okay, so I use factory blueprints. So this means that, excuse me for a second. That what I want to check is that when I call factory with some blueprint and then provide overrides, finally I expect that when I do that to equal an object that will equals the blueprint with the overrides on top, right? Okay. Yeah, this is annoying. Okay, more screen. That's good. So, how did I abstract the things? Okay, so make blueprint. Okay, so I will use what I abstracted here for the next tests. So you are actually now make blueprint, because if you look at here, make blueprint is when we register our new factory with a blueprint. So that's what we want. And overrides, right now I'm not sure. I will keep it in this scope. Overrides, there we go. I don't know, I have only one test for now, so overrides equal, and so our blueprint has this shape, and we want to test that it deeply merges, so we will use the address for that. What I'm thinking is we might be missing a key here, because I want to check that if I have street and only override the street, city should be untouched. So did I break something here? Let me check. I shouldn't have, but let's check. Yeah, TypeScript errors, sure, any and get out. Okay, everything is passing. I complicated the object a bit, but that's fine. Do the tests still make sense? Make blueprint to equal blueprint, okay. Blueprint address not to be blueprint address because we return a copy, so that's fine, okay. So I can re-enable this test. And by the way, this says skip the test. But I have TypeScript errors, so right now it doesn't work, but that's why. So here it is overrides, and here it is blueprint, and here it is overrides, and we want to check that it deeply merges. So this returns to me an object that says name, address, well, nothing. Because I should use one, so let's do that for the blueprint. And I only want to override the street because what I want to test is that I do override streets. So I expect street to be overridden, but I don't want to override city. So I expect city to still exist, right? And this is what I am going to prove here by doing that. And there are probably better ways to test that, but really this is like the most simple thing ever to code. So I'm not going to use a tank war machine to just test 2 lines of code. It doesn't make any sense. And I expect address to contain blueprint that address and override that address on top, and this should work. Well, now this should not work because I have nothing, but here is what I get. So I expected street with the value of overridden, but I get street with the value of street, so the override is not applied. So let's fix that. Yes, sure, because I don't ask for any overrides. So you return a function that returns the objects. Okay, so overrides, and overrides is of type partial t, because it's an override, so it doesn't have to be the complete shape of the blueprint. Just contain some keys, right? And this, what this means is that I can, for example, only provide the address or only the name and not the address, right? It's partial. So what's my new error? Yeah, the same, because we only changed the type, so we did not override anything. So I need to merge my overrides on top, and same thing as for clone deep, like this is a solved problem and solved by Lodash also. They're not the only ones, but they did. So I am going to download Lodash. Actually, I don't know. I think it's deep merge. Merge with, no, merge. Recursively merges own and inherited enumerable. Okay, so recursive, so that's what I want. And so that merge, okay, Lodash, that merge. And I want it as a dev dependency. Okay, there we go. And while this loads, let's import it. Ooh. And you are not clone deep, you are merge. And I think to get our tests passing, should I commit anything? I didn't do much. Well, I think that's fine. Beyond tests, let's run our tests again, and it's still going to fail. There we go. Although, why don't you? Oh, sure, I forgot to install the types, which is why it fails. Ah, types low dash. Oh, come on. There's a bug in this thing. When you type something, it removes something else when the screen is too small. This is really annoying. Types dash merge, development, dev dependency, that's fine. Let's download that. And we are fine. So let's run the tests again, which are going to fail, but not because of the import this time, because we don't match the expectation, right? We still expect street to match, to contain the value overridden, but it's still street. Which is completely normal because we did nothing. And now I want to merge the blueprints with the overrides, and I think we should be passing, which we are. Okay, amazing. Is there something else? Deeply merges the overrides on top. We do check that. Just for the sake of readability, I will add the configuration here. Equal. Nope, I think we are good. So nothing to refactor now for our tests. Is there anything? Actually, maybe. Okay, no, we're good for now. Although what I'm seeing is that this, well, this checks for immutability. This does not. Should we test? Does it make sense to test for immutability with an override? I really don't think so. Is there a way to merge the thing? Okay, let's test that. It's fine. But I think I'm going to delete it. Okay, so we expect make blueprints overrides not to be not blueprint this time, but not overrides. But let's just make sure. Okay. Okay. Does it make sense to test that? I don't think it adds any value. Let's remove that. Okay, and can we refactor this code? I think we can. There is not much to do. Let's be honest about that. But like, should we extract this into the variable blueprint? Blueprint clone. So before, like, which one is the easiest on the eye? This one? Yeah. This one is fine, like it's very explicit still. We merge the deep clone of blueprint with the overrides. That's really fine for me. Okay, so our tests are all passing. I do know about another feature I want to add. Which is triggering state tests. I can trigger a registered state. I expect that when I do factory blueprint with state name state and when I trigger that with no overrides but the name of the state and I expect that to equal the blueprint and name from state. And I expect that to be state is deeply merged on top of blueprint and on top of overrides. No, how can I close you? Sorry about that. False quit. Crap. And I don't have enough screen either for that. And I don't know the name of this thing. Well, that's stupid. There we go, something that has less options. So you are OBS, you are quit. Thank you. So what was I saying? Yeah, I have a ton of errors, that's fine. I know that, I'm just writing what I expect. And so, okay, I'm not going to abstract stuff before the test works, that's not the point. just inside this scope is fine. Factory blueprint, it's the difference. I want just that. Make blueprint. Right, are you dead in the factory? And my state configuration. Okay, and I want this test to fail, so that's fine. Expected one. Yeah, that's about it. I won't have the time to implement this feature, so this will be for the next video. But let me fail to do. Fail to do. One argument but got two. Yeah, that's a good enough test failure to start next time. And I think I already said that having committing stuff with failing tests is a bit of a dick move when you work in a team, but that's fine because I'm the only one working on this thing. So this is like a breadcrumb to help me find my way back. So we are failing, but the tests we care about are passing. So let's do some git status. So I added merge. So yeah, this is all about this new feature. So git add that. And I actually have a shortcut for that. What did we do? We added a way to override blueprints. No, let's do that. New feature. Blueprints can be overridden on make. There we go, that's fine. And I think we're good. We are. Let's bump the version. I think last time I used NPM version, so this time I am going to show you that you can also do it simply by bumping the version here. And this is adding a feature, so this is when you add a feature with no breaking changes. This is bug fix, and this is major version because breaking changes. So we are good on the version, we are good on the code. I need to build the stuff. There we go, and let's ship that. NPM publish. And we are done. Let's prove that. Let's go to NPM. I think Charlie's factory. Oh no, say centered. Yay! 3.0, so this is the right version. That's cool. I think I should show you that it has been published correctly. So right now this is using NPM link, so this won't prove anything. So let me remove that. Nothing added here. And link is that sent to Chinese factory. There we go. And yarn add is that sent to Charlie's factory, blah blah blah. Yes, and just to remind you, this matches the package name here. Charlie's factory and tests. Node, which one is it? Test.js. Make Batman thing other. So this is working, and let's try the overrides. Thing overridden. But like, there's really no point in doing this test. This is just because we are recording a video, but my tests are passing. I know that my build is working. I already tested it using NPM link at the start. I didn't change what is exported, so there's really no real way that this would be broken. But I think it's just nice to show. So let's show that, and the overrides are working. So this is indeed the live version that is working. So kudos. So next we'll be adding the states that I showed. Also, I almost forgot to run the build here, so I think I will have to update my package script with some kind of a publish script or something that will automatically build for me, because otherwise I am definitely going to forget it sometimes. So thank you very much and see you soon. Okay, if I can quit.